What's the matter with you? What was that attitude toward my parents? Have they done something wrong? Have they made you uncomfortable in any way? It was your first time meeting them after 2 years of dating because we're now engaged. But your attitude was extremely odd. You seemed indifferent during the meal and brushed off their questions. They were only trying to be nice and ask typical questions like how we met and when we're going to have the wedding. I'm sure their questions were not rude or upsetting because they weren't asking personal questions like your parents or what they do. The entire thing was awkward and uncomfortable, but I thought maybe you were nervous about meeting your fiancé's parents for the first time, so I tried to understand. However, when we finally finished eating, you just left without saying a proper goodbye to them or me. What was that, huh? How can you be so rude to your future parents-in-law? My parents were delighted to meet their future son-in-law, but they're very disappointed now. My mom even prepared the food herself to treat you. Explain to me what was going on.
Oh, my bad. I just can't pretend and hide my genuine feelings. It's in my DNA. That's who I am. I'm sorry if my true nature was evident in my face, words, and actions. I'm the type of person who is very honest, and it seems like what was inside of me just naturally manifested. That's my genuine self, and that's the only response I can offer you.
What are you talking about? Stop fooling around and cut to the chase.
Let's break up. I don't want to marry you. Visiting your house and observing how your family lives and noticing your parents' appearances, a strong feeling struck me that said, this marriage should not happen, no matter what. It was completely different from what I had envisioned. I couldn't take it.
Speak English.
Do you remember the day we first met? I'm talking about the day my friend and I went to the Texas barbecue restaurant you worked at. I found it intriguing to see a beautiful and diligent woman like you working as a server at a restaurant. As a joke, I said to him that with your qualities, you could earn more and work at a better place. Then he told me something interesting. He said that his colleagues frequently visit the restaurant you worked at, and he once overheard them saying that the restaurant owner's daughter often comes to the restaurant to help with serving and bussing. When I heard that, I couldn't help but wonder if you might be the owner's daughter. It made my heart race. My heart was trembling with anticipation, feeling like a glimmer of light was finally entering my ordinary and submissive life. I was determined to be your significant other, and without wasting any time, I had lunch there at least 3 times a week. Observing everything about you, from the way you spoke, walked, and laughed, it all appeared elegant and dignified. I was confident that you were undoubtedly the owner's daughter. In that moment of exhilaration, I was determined to pursue you, investing not only money, but also my sincere efforts and time. After 2 years of dating, I finally proposed to you, and you said yes. It was the moment when my efforts paid off. I was thrilled to become the son-in-law of a family that owns a barbecue restaurant, and I believed my life would change. However, when I went to meet your parents earlier today, they got me incredibly bewildered. I should have turned away immediately when I noticed that your house was a modest townhouse, completely opposite to the elaborate mansion I had imagined. But still, thinking it could be an unexpected situation, I followed you home, only to discover it was a complete deception. The appliances, furniture, and even the food prepared were of a lower standard than my own, indicating a financially disadvantaged household. Instead of the charismatic patriarch and the elegant mother-in-law I had envisioned, your parents were the complete opposite. Their presence left me speechless, contrasting with the image I had in my mind. There was a middle-aged man with no hair and a middle-aged woman with the curliest hair I have ever seen in my life with the biggest smile ever. Well, I can understand that part because I'm sure they couldn't be happier to have me as their son-in-law, a charge nurse considering their low-life status.
Are you done talking? I've been listening to you talking crap to see how far you're going, but you're being beyond acceptable. I have never claimed to be the restaurant owner's daughter or boasted about being wealthy. You have made assumptions and judgments without any basis. Is it acceptable for you to now speak so recklessly about my family's wealth or lack thereof?
Well, while you didn't directly say that you were the owner's daughter, you have indirectly conveyed a sense of wealth. Your bags, clothes, and shoes were high-end ones, and you indulged in expensive foods like lobster tail and king crab without worrying about the price. I thought you were enjoying them because you were raised eating them all the time. But in fact, you were only pretending. You scammed me right under my nose.
How is it my fault when you misunderstood them as high-end ones when you didn't even try to confirm with me? It's kind of funny to say this, but I have a pretty face and a beautiful body shape. That's why things from TJ Maxx may have been mistaken as if they were things from Neiman Marcus. You decided to make assumptions, and now you're blaming me for your foolishness? Besides, making reservations at expensive restaurants during our dates was part of your deceitful strategy to impress me, wasn't it?
Look at you instantly coming up with excuses. You can't do that to me if you have a clear conscience. I devoted 2 whole years of my valuable youth to you, believing that you were the daughter of a wealthy family. Is it only my youth that I have sacrificed? How will you compensate me for my money, time, and energy?
Do you think you're the only one devoting your youth? I had my most beautiful years in my 20s completely taken away from me, deceived and stripped away by you for a whole 2 years, too. Who are you trying to play a victim? Who orchestrated this scam and now points fingers at me?
Do you know what distinguishes humans from animals? Humans are called humans for a reason. Humans are expected to have knowledge and display dignity, and that's why we're called sophisticated animals. How could someone like you from a low-class family, if not poverty, even dream of marrying someone like me? I'm a charge nurse with a 6-figure annual salary. You know what? I don't want to talk to you or listen to you anymore, so just deposit $20,000 into my account right now.
What kind of nonsense is that? Are you sure your head is not wrecked or anything? Why are you demanding I give you such a large amount like $20,000?
Look at you with slow thinking. You need to understand what's going on. I invested in you, my money, time, and energy, only to marry you because I thought you were from a wealthy family. But now that's not going to happen, so it's only logical to collect my investment back. I guess low-class people like you don't know how to make a basic calculation. What a relief that I recorded every penny I spent on you in a notepad during the past 2 years we were together. You need to deposit the value of the gifts I gave you, the money spent on fuel during our dates, the expenses for the meals we shared, and the cost of the tires that were worn out during our drives. Reimburse me for the time I wasted seeing you, calculated at an hourly rate, generously at the minimum wage.
I've never seen a psycho like you in almost 30 years of my life. I've heard of a loser demanding to give the gifts back that he gave to his girlfriend while they were together. But I've never heard of an even bigger loser demanding to reimburse the fuel, tires, and even the time spent on dates. If that's the case, then I should also be able to charge you for the time I wasted on our dates. I will include the time spent on getting ready, choosing outfits, and even the 2 months your younger sister stayed at my house because she came to LA for a job and couldn't find a place to stay. I will calculate the time we spent together when we took a 3-hour bus ride to San Diego to celebrate your father's 60th birthday. I will also factor in the emotional waste and time wasted comforting you and listening to your complaints every time you vented about your boss or criticized your colleagues. All of these should be converted into monetary value and deposited to me. Got it?
You offered my sister to stay at your place, and you didn't say no when I asked about my father's 60th birthday. Do you think it makes sense to demand me to pay them back when you did them because you wanted to do them?
That's what I'm saying. You gave me gifts and took me for a drive because you wanted to, and now you're telling me to pay it back? Do you think what you're doing is reasonable, but what I'm doing isn't?
Shut up! My life is ruined because of you. I have been boasting about marrying the restaurant owner's daughter everywhere, but now I feel ashamed. What should I do? If I can't receive any form of compensation from you, I feel wronged and I can't tolerate it like this.
Again, I never said I'm the owner's daughter or from a wealthy family. You ruined your life yourself, not me. Besides, if you can't tolerate it, sue me or something. I'll do the same for you.
I'm such a fool wasting 2 years of my life without realizing you're such a shameless bitch. Don't ever show up in front of my face for the rest of my life.
That's what I should say.
Hi, Selena. Do you realize what day it is today?
Who is this?
It's me, Adam, your ex-fiancé from 2 years ago. What a shame when you're pretending not to know who I am when you apparently do. Well, here I am texting you and you're texting me back. which means you haven't blocked me yet. Did you anticipate me coming back to you by any chance? I'm sorry if you dreamed that.
You're just an insignificant human not worth blocking, so I've left you alone.
Here you go again with your bad habit of pretending.
Here you go again with your bad habit of making assumptions.
You haven't changed a bit. You're pretending to be tough, but in fact, you must be thrilled and excited with your heart racing after receiving my text.
I absolutely have no idea what you're talking about. It has been a long time since I forgot about a loser like you, and I don't want to have any words with you. So could you please shut up and go away?
How about you trying to be honest by now? Who are you? You're that girl who loved me passionately for 2 years during that shiniest period of your 20s. Such deep and intense love wouldn't just disappear without a trace like smoke after only a few years, would it?
I guess you're trying to get cute with me after having shots of liquor in broad daylight, but cut the crap. I thought you left me despising me and never wanted to talk to me again. That's why I completely forgot about you and didn't block you until now. But I'm blocking you now.
Wait, hold on! I didn't even have a drop of liquor. I just had something to say to you. I got married today. I married the daughter of a CEO of a tech company that people would easily recognize. She's a woman who possesses not only a beautiful face, but also a delightful personality. Money seems to flow to her effortlessly, like an ever-flowing stream. You must be curious about the specifics, right? Well, let me kindly show you a lovely picture of her. Wow, I finally get to marry the daughter of a CEO. It's an indescribable feeling. The sky has become bluer and the flowers more vibrant. They say God assists those who assist themselves. And through this marriage, I have truly come to understand the truth behind those words. I was determined to marry the CEO or owner's daughter, and I exerted all my efforts and worked tirelessly toward that goal. Hard work never forsakes those with a strong will. It's actually fortunate that we parted ways. I relentlessly pondered on how I could avoid repeating my mistakes, not wasting money, time, and energy, and achieving success. And in the end, I have succeeded. Thank you, Selena. I'm so grateful that you cleanly departed from my life 2 years ago. Without you, I may not have been able to achieve my dreams. I was concerned about what would happen if you, who had nothing, didn't leave me, a six-figure maker. But surprisingly, your departure was smooth, and I'm truly relieved.
Do you have all this time to spout nonsense when someone who supposedly got married today could be enjoying your time with your new bride? Is Helen aware of how her new husband is engaging in such petty behavior by contacting his ex-girlfriend on the best day of her life? Aren't you better off spending your time sweetly and affectionately with your newlywed wife?
Did I tell you my wife's name? No, I didn't. How the hell do you know her?
You just sent me her picture. Upon glancing at it without intending to pay attention, I can clearly see the face of my high school classmate, Helen. Congratulations on your marriage. I sincerely applaud you for achieving your wish and becoming fulfilled by having a radiant wedding with a deceitful woman. Did she say she's the daughter of a tech company CEO?
What do you mean by a deceitful woman? What in the world are you talking about? Even if jealousy consumes you and makes you burn with resentment, you should still know the difference between what should be said and what shouldn't be said.
You don't have the slightest idea what I'm talking about, do you? Did you give her money?
What?
I'm asking you if Helen asked you for money. Is it so hard to understand?
How did you know that? I let her borrow $100,000 because her dad is going through financial hardship. His company owes money from here and there for researching and developing new technology. It's in the final phase of development, but he needed a little more money to complete the development. She said he's going to pay me back twice the principal once the new technology is out. She said it's around the corner.
It's truly surprising to see a stingy loser like you handing over a sum of $100,000 to her. It's something I don't come across every day.
On top of twice the principal, she said he's going to pay me $20,000 for interest next month if I invest $100,000.
Don't you think that's way too good to be true? If there were investments that guarantee the preservation of the principal and provide a doubling of the principal with 20% interest, everyone would indeed easily make money and become wealthy. However, such investments with guaranteed returns are highly uncommon and often carry significant risks. It seems you may have underestimated the challenges of achieving the desired wealth and status of the high class. While you consider yourself intelligent and elite, it appears that, in reality, you are just a stupid guy hungry for wealth. Did you want to be wealthy so bad that you ended up falling for an obvious scam like this? Like you said, you already make a six-figure salary, yet you are still hungry for more. What the hell is your problem?
I don't need your judgment. What I want and what I need is none of your business. There's no way she lied to me. She wouldn't have any reason to lie to me and take my money away. It is unlikely for her to deceive me, her husband, especially considering that her parents and relatives were present at the wedding ceremony. How could she dare to deceive me in front of her entire family?
Have you ever considered the possibility that her parents, relatives, and all the guests were fake? Do you have any idea how many actors are out there pretending to be fake family members and getting paid for it? I can assure you that everything at your wedding venue, except for yourself, was probably fake.
Stop talking absurdly. She's not someone you claim her to be. I know her better than you.
Okay then. She's with you now, right? How about you ask her to give your money back to you? Let me see what she says.
Well, she's not with me at the moment. She said there was an emergency at her work, so she headed out.
You can head to her work as well.
Well, I don't know the name of the company that she works for.
Don't you think it's enough already? You should have some idea of what's really going on by now. It's quite ironic that you fell for someone known as a scammer even among my classmates. Your life is truly eventful and unpredictable. I almost feel sorry for you, rejoicing in what you thought was a moment of success.
No way. I just received a call from the venue staff asking me to pay for the wedding expenses. I had already given $6,000 to her for the venue cost, but it seems like she has taken off with that $6,000 and the wedding congratulatory money as well. She has turned off her phone and is not responding. What should I do now? I have already given her all the money I had, and I don't have any more money to pay for the venue. Should I report this to the police?
Reporting the incident would be a prudent step to take, although whether or not you'll be able to catch her is uncertain.
Well, Selena, listen. How about we get back together? The wedding already happened, and all we need to do is switch the bride. Fortunately, Helen and I haven't filed a marriage license yet, so should we go to the city hall to file one right away?
Are you insane?
I never forgot about you for a second, even when I was dating Helen. That wench. I was going to divorce her the second I get her father's tech company to come back to you. You need to trust me. The more I was with her, the more I missed you.
Stop talking nonsense.
Please don't say that. It makes me awfully sad. I wish I can open up my heart and show it to you, but it's unfortunate that I can't do that. You must have saved up some money, right? We should start from square one and get a house of our own with your savings.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting married soon, so there will never be a chance for me to marry you. He is someone who is much more attractive and has a better job than you. He is not like those who chase after someone's background or are desperate for success like someone. Regardless of my background, he is a wonderful person who loves and cherishes me the same. He doesn't ignore me even when I work at a restaurant or disrespect my low-class parents who are not very wealthy. He takes care of me no matter what, and does his best for my parents as well. He is someone who shines brightly by himself for his wonderful character. So you understand that me returning to a cockroach like you is never going to happen, right? After what happened, I blocked my ex-boyfriend. 2 years ago, when he broke up with me, I had completely forgotten about him because he was not worth the effort to block. But I never imagined it would lead to such consequences. According to what I heard from his friend, he has quit his job and is now living with his parents. When rumors spread about him being involved in a marriage scam at his work, he felt so embarrassed that he couldn't continue working as a nurse and decided to quit. He was shocked and devastated by the fact that he was scammed out of $106,000, and it has left him without the strength to find a new job or the courage to date again. I never imagined that someone who was so driven by success and money would end up in such a dismal situation. It's a reminder that the world is vast and filled with strange people. On the other hand, I am now happily married to the person I love. If I had married my ex-boyfriend, I wouldn't have experienced the peace and happiness I have now. The fact that I ended things with him was undoubtedly the guidance of my ancestors. Wouldn't you agree? Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe for more videos.
Hey, hope I didn't catch you at a bad time, but this is important. Since you have a room now, I'm going to move in with you. Make sure you have that room cleaned and all set up for me.
Hi, Francine. Extra room. I know you're not talking about Riley's room. There's no way you would think it would be okay to talk to me like that when the soil hasn't even settled over her grave. The funeral just ended.
I know that. I was being polite and waiting for the funeral to be over to talk to you about it. You're already past your prime, so you won't be able to have another child, right? So there's no point in you keeping all that kid stuff. It's not good for you to keep old and useless things. It brings a bad vibe to the house. There's no use holding on to the past, so just throw everything away. It's the right thing to do.
What the hell are you saying? You didn't even come to Riley's funeral and you think you have the right to talk to me about her stuff? She's just been laid to rest and you didn't even waste a minute to disrespect her.
I don't like going to dreary and drab things like funerals. Those events always have so much bad energy.
She was your granddaughter. It was your chance to say your final goodbye to her.
I already said goodbye to her the last time I saw her, when she was alive. So there was no point for me to go and see her now that she's dead. She won't even be able to hear me or respond, so why waste my time and energy?
But you'll never see her again. I won't ever see her again.
I don't get it. I never had the urge to go see her when she was alive, so why should I want to go when she's just lying there? It's not like she was a pretty thing. She got her looks from you.
How can you even say something like that?
And don't even get me started about the way she died. Dying while trying to save a dirty stray cat on the road is just so dumb. Of course you'd get hit by a truck doing something like that. I can't believe you never bothered to teach her that.
Stop it. Stop talking about her like that.
I guess dumb just runs in your side of the family. If you think about it, it's actually comical.
Francine, will you just please stop? Travis and I are still having a hard enough time accepting that she's gone. I can't ever see her or hug her or hear her voice again.
When are you going to stop going on and on about her? She's not here anymore. Just let it go and move on. Get all of her things out of that room and you'll forget about her. Make sure you clean every corner and repaint the room. I want it to be eggshell white.
I'm not doing that.
The only thing you're not doing is your makeup. But I'm willing to put up with that so that I live with my son. Be thankful that I'm putting up with you.
I can't even bear to step into that room right now. It has all her things and it's only going to keep reminding me of her. It's proof that she was here.
Talking to you is such a drag and so suffocating. I'm gonna need to call an exorcist to get rid of all this bad energy you're bringing. You really need to stop.
What do you expect? I just lost my daughter. I'm still grieving.
You already had your time to grieve at the funeral. Don't drag it on longer than that. Move on already.
Aren't you even a little sad that you lost your grandchild?
Now that you mention it, no, not really. Not at all, actually. I don't feel a single thing. Even I must admit that it's a bit strange.
You lost a family member, but you don't feel a thing.
You're lucky that she lived as long as she did. There are some children that don't even make it past infancy.
What? And I'm supposed to be grateful for that?
Why, yes. You didn't have to waste money paying for her college, at least. I'm sure deep down inside you think so, too.
Of course not.
Raising a child to adulthood isn't cheap, you know. And there's no way of knowing if they ever amount to anything.
Travis and I were looking forward to every second of her future. We wanted to see her succeed and be there for her even when she fails. Don't you get that?
I've been a mother for longer than you, so here's the truth about being a parent. No matter how you raise them, it's a total waste of your time and money.
But you raised Travis. Are you saying it wasn't worth it?
I did. I raised him well and even paid for his college. But he still went and did something stupid like marrying a stupid, ugly mess like you. A total waste of all my effort.
You're a horrible person.
See, you just proved my point. Everything I've ever said is the truth. I'm giving you the chance to make it up to me by moving in with you so you can take care of me.
No, thanks. I don't want to make it up to you.
You owe me that much. Now that Riley is gone, you're going to have a lot of free time on your hands. Having me there will help fill the void. You have the room for me anyway. There's no reason for you to refuse.
I can't even think about having you here.
You don't have to think about it. Just do it. Cleaning out that room will help you move forward. It'll be good for everyone. You're just getting rid of garbage that you don't need anymore.
I told you already, no chance.
You're not going to use that stuff again. It's just taking up space. You have the room. It just needs to be cleared out. You were happy to give the room to Riley, but she doesn't need it anymore. It will be a waste to have that space unused.
I said no.
I tell you what, I'll get rid of the stuff for you. It won't be a bother at all. You're in charge of providing some adult-sized furniture for me, though.
Just wait a minute, Francine. My name is Raven, and I'm 35 years old. I live with my husband, and we had a 6-year-old daughter together. But my daughter is now in heaven. We bought a lot of things for her as she prepared to start first grade. We got her a desk where she could do her homework and lots of school supplies. We even picked out her outfit for the first day of school together. I used to look at those things with so much excitement, but all they do now is bring me tears. I've cried every day since Riley died. I don't have the heart or the energy to even look at the room anymore. There will come a day when I will have to clean up her things and put them away, but it won't be anytime soon. I want to keep them around even when I don't have the courage to look at them yet. But for certain, I'm not going to throw them away like my mother-in-law keeps telling me to do.
It's been a week. Did you clean up my room yet?
I thought I told you that you're not moving in with us. That room isn't yours. It'll never be yours.
Well, that's not very nice. You can't just keep that room empty. You might as well do something with it. I'm here to help you do that. It better be soon, too, because I already decided to sell my house. I'm gonna need a place to stay.
You're selling your house?
Yes, that's what I said. The money that my husband left me will run out soon. So it's best that I sell the place and move in with you two so that I can keep all the money.
What? You already ran out of money? It's barely been 3 years since Fred passed away. With his life insurance and savings, there should have been plenty of money to last for a very long time.
You're so silly. There's no such thing as enough money. And it's super easy for me to spend money. I'm the best at it.
I don't think that's something that you should be proud of.
Fred isn't here anymore, and there's no one around who can stop me. Lord bless his soul, but he would always be on my case and yapping about my spending. I only buy things that I need, and I need everything.
I'm well aware of the fact that Fred was always trying to warn you about your spending. He told me that he worried about how you'd live after he was gone. He tried as much as he could.
He was an annoying and stingy man. I married him because he worked for a big company and made a lot of money. But instead of letting me buy whatever I wanted, he only gave me an allowance. Marrying him was nothing like I imagined it to be. In the end, it was all worth it, though, because the last 3 years have been the best years of my life.
There's a major problem if you had already gone through the money that he left you. What are you gonna do from now on?
Just as I said, I'm gonna live with you and Travis. It's a foolproof plan.
We don't have the room in our house for all your belongings, especially if you're gonna continue spending like you do.
Come on, we both know that's not true. There's already one less person living in that house, so there is a room. The timing was perfect. I couldn't have planned it any better myself.
What the hell did you just say? Good timing. Have you no soul?
But it's true. I needed a place to live, and you have a room open. I don't have time to get into it again. Just make sure to have the room ready before my boxes arrive.
I can't and won't do it. It's only been a week since the funeral. You need to stop and just leave us alone.
Honestly, how long are you gonna hold on to her? She wasn't even a good child. She never warmed up to me or did anything that made me happy. But then again, she did take after you.
She didn't want to go near you because she saw how badly you treated me.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You also called her stupid and ugly when she was around too. Of course she wouldn't want to be near you or warm up to you.
The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You and your daughter are both ugly things.
She was my beautiful little girl. I'm gonna treasure everything that she has left behind and I'm never gonna throw them away.
To be honest, I don't care what you do with her things as long as you get them out of the damn room. Besides, you need to prioritize your elders before your child and prioritize the living over the dead. Hurry up and get that room cleaned out.
I'm not gonna listen to you.
You have to. I already sold the house and have a move-out date set. I'm gonna hire a moving company to move my stuff to your house soon.
I'm not going to let you do that.
I don't remember asking you to let me do anything. I'm telling you how it is. The movers are coming, and I'm moving into that room. All my things are very valuable and cost more than anything you will ever be able to afford. So tell the movers to be extra careful when they unload my things.
I'm not going to even let the movers in. I'm not letting you leave your stuff in my house. We will not live with you, Francine. By the way, don't think you'll get your way if you talk to Travis about it. We are in total agreement on this point.
Are you trying to tell me what I can or cannot talk about with my son? You're not his spokesperson. He can tell me what he thinks himself. He doesn't need you to speak for him. Like I said, I wasn't asking for your permission to live with you. I was telling you. You two are in no position to say no to me.
We do. It is our house.
Yes, but Travis is my son. Everything he owns also belongs to me, and I have authority over him and you.
You might be his mother biologically, but you were never a real mother to him. That's what Travis said to me just now.
That doesn't change anything in this matter. And his opinion doesn't matter to me anyway. Don't bore me with such insignificant and unnecessary details. Oh, I almost forgot to mention. My furniture is very expensive. If there is even a little scratch on one of them, I'm going to hold you responsible. You'll need to pay for the repairs or replacement, whichever option I see fit.
That is enough. For the last time, we're not letting you move in with us.
You can keep saying no, but I already decided, and that's all that matters. Talking to you has made me so tired. Oh, now that I have money again, I should go on a little vacation. A cruise sounds fantastic right about now. It's been decided, so don't expect me to be there for a few more weeks. I'll contact you when I'm back. Everything better be ready by then. Bye. Hello, Raven. It's been so long. I'm done traveling now, so I think it's time for me to come home. Going on cruises and traveling all over Europe has been great, but I'm tired.
Oh, is this Francine?
Of course it's me. Who else could it be?
I haven't heard a single word from you in 3 months. I thought you weren't coming anymore.
I told you I was going on a vacation. First, I met up with a few friends to catch up and had the most extravagant dinners. Everyone was so happy to see me and so grateful for the meals. I had so much fun catching up with everyone. After that, I went to Europe and traveled to a few countries before going on a cruise around the Mediterranean. But it's finally time to come home.
Sounds like you had a really good time.
I did. You can tell that I did. I had all that money from the house and I spared no expenses. I got all the best things that money could buy.
Wait, don't tell me that you spent all the money in just 3 months.
Why are you still surprised? I thought you knew me better than that. Most of it is gone. I think I still have a couple $100 and some change.
That's true. I shouldn't be surprised.
I didn't message you to talk about that. You had 3 months to get my things in order. Is it all done like it should be? I know you're not used to having brand name things. I hope you didn't try to steal any of it. If even one ring or brooch is missing, I'm gonna know. I might have a big collection, but I know every single piece.
I wouldn't know because I haven't seen it.
What's that supposed to mean? You didn't open any of the boxes. You just left them in the room. Oh, you're so lazy and useless. Can't even do a single thing that I ask, even though I know you had the time to do it. Don't tell me you still haven't thrown away the other stuff. Those things are useless and are just in the way.
Don't worry, I threw away all the useless stuff that was in the way.
That's good to hear. I guess you're not as useless as I thought. Just needed a bit of kicking to get you moving. I just wish that you could move faster. I hope you've at least realized that there's no use in fighting me.
Right, sure.
You're acting a little odd. Did you finally open my boxes? Were you surprised to see what was inside?
I didn't open any of them.
Stop lying. I bet you stole a handbag, didn't you?
I assure you that I didn't. Even if I wanted one of your handbags, I couldn't stand to use it knowing you touched it.
What a nasty thing to say. That was very uncalled for. I'm going to slap that attitude out of you when we start living together. I'm going to teach you some manners, that's for sure.
I've told you so many times already, we're not going to live together.
What are you talking about? My things are already at your house. Oh, I see. You're planning on locking me out and just keeping my things.
I already said that I threw everything away, so how can I steal them?
You did what?
I told you, I threw away all the useless stuff in my house. I didn't even look at any of it. I just told the delivery person to drop it all off right in the dumpster.
If this is some kind of joke, I'm not laughing.
I'm not joking. You're the one that told me to get rid of old useless things.
I wasn't talking about my things.
But your things were the only useless things we had here.
How dare you?
Anyway, your stuff isn't here. We don't have it.
You're not gonna get away with this. I'm gonna make you pay for every last thing. You're gonna get it when I arrive. Just you wait.
Arrive? Where are you heading?
To your house. Where else would I be headed? I'll be there in 2 to 3 minutes. You better prepare yourself for what I'm about to unleash on you. What on earth? Raven, what is the meaning of this?
Meaning of what? You said that you'll get here in 2 to 3 minutes, right? I'm waiting right here.
When I knocked on the door of your house, a strange old man opened the door.
Really? Where did you go, Francine? Oh, I bet you went to the old house.
The old house? What do you mean?
We don't live in that house anymore. We rented it out. That man's name is Mr. Cooper. He just texted me and said that an unknown woman just knocked at his door. He was very surprised to see you. I don't blame him. I'd be shocked to see an old hag standing on my porch, too.
How and when did this happen?
We moved about 2 months ago.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
We decided a while ago to move to a place with bigger rooms when Riley enters elementary school. Riley was also looking forward to the move.
You decided that long ago without telling me.
Yeah. I guess I should have told you earlier so I could have saved Mr. Cooper some trouble.
Of course you should have told me. I'm your mother-in-law.
You? Really? You weren't even sad when you lost your grandchild. Can you still call yourself a mother? I don't even know if you're human. Who are you trying to fool?
Tell me your address right now. I'm staying with you whether you like it or not.
No, I don't think so.
Then what am I supposed to do? I don't have any money left.
That's not my problem. Besides, you get Social Security, don't you?
That's not even enough to pay the interest rates on my credit cards.
Even though I'm aware of your spending habits, it's still shocking to me.
I don't have any money or a place to live now.
Really, that's rough.
Why are you being so nonchalant? You're not thinking of just abandoning me, are you?
You got that right.
But you have to help me. We're family. I'm Travis's mother.
Now, why would I help someone like you? I've never considered you family, just like how you never accepted me as family. Same with Travis. He doesn't think of you as his mother. How dare you tell me to throw away Riley's things? That's unthinkable.
Fine, you don't have to throw them away.
I wasn't ever going to throw them out. There's nothing more important to me than the things that Riley has left behind.
I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry I ever suggested it. Please, you have to let me stay with you.
I don't need useless junk like you in my home.
Don't be like that. Just help me.
I refuse.
But I'm in a lot of trouble here. You're just going to abandon me and let me suffer.
Why, yes. Good luck. We're never going to see or talk to you again. Bye.
Please, I'm begging you. Don't leave me alone.
Francine ended up moving to a very small and dingy apartment. It was the only thing that she could afford. She was even able to find herself a part-time job, but what she made was still not enough to cover her debts. So now she has to live frugally and on a very strict budget, which is something that she has never had to do before. She tried so many times to try and contact us in some way, but we refused everything and then blocked her each time. We haven't heard from her in a while, thankfully. Travis and I decided to take in the kitten that Riley had tried to save. She's sleeping on my lap right now. A neighbor told us that she was fostering it after the accident. We waited until we were settled into our new place before we officially adopted the kitten into our family. I actually heard that Riley had been taking care of this kitten for a long time at the park near her house. Riley was so kind and gentle. I miss her so much. Travis and I are doing our best to keep her memories alive. We talk about her to each other every day. The days don't seem so long and lonely anymore. I guess that means we're healing bit by bit. My precious little girl has become an angel. I hope she's up there watching down on us. Thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos.